Hello, hi viewers. This is your Madhusudan Reddy Kunreddy. Welcome back to my channel Mad Hearty. Today we are going to talk about Malvesi vegetable, that is okra. Okra is also called as lady's finger. In Hindi we call it as bendi. In Telugu we call it as bendakaya. The botanical name of okra is Abulmascus esculentus. It belongs to family Malvaceae and it is having the diploid chromosome number 2n equal to 130. The cultivated bendi is amphidiploid in nature, and the progenitor of bendi is Abulmascus tuberculatus, which is having diploid chromosome number 2n equal to 58, and the bendi is originated in Ethiopia. Next, coming to seed rate and spacing. Okay, the seed rate and spacing is different for summer season crop and rainy season crop. So for summer season crop, the seed rate is 18 to 20 kg per hectare. For rainy season crop, the seed rate is 10 to 12 kg per hectare. So why the seed rate for summer season crop is more compared to rainy season crop, right? So why? Because in summer season the vegetative growth of the plant is very less compared to rainy season crop, so that plant spreading will be less in summer season crop, so that we have to sow the seed at lesser spacing, that is 45 centimeters into 15 centimeters, means row to row distance is 45 centimeters and plant to plant distance is 15 centimeters, right? In Kharif season crop, the vegetative growth of the plant is higher, means the plant spreading will be more, so that the spacing followed in Kharif season crop is 60 into 30, means the row to row distance followed is 60 centimeters and the plant to plant distance followed is 30 centimeters, right? And the yield of summer season crop is less compared to the rainy season crop. Okay, coming to its importance, India is the leading producer of okra in the world, and okra is an excellent source of iodine and useful for the treatment of goiter. The dried fruits of okra contain 13 to 22% of edible oil and 20 to 24% of protein. And the roots and stems of okra is used for clearing cane juice for the preparation of jaggery. And one more important point is okra is rich in stem fibers which are used in paper industry. Next, coming to soil and climate. The pH range of 6 to 8 is ideal for its cultivation. The okra crop cannot tolerate the frost, and the optimum temperature for the okra cultivation is 24 to 27 degrees centigrade. And if the temperatures goes beyond 42 degrees centigrade, so we can observe the flower drop in the field, right? Next we will see the inflorescence of okra. The flower of okra is solitary and bisexual flower. So here we can see the flower of okra, which is in creamy white color and which is having 5 cream color to white yellow color petals, inside which we can see the brown color stigma. Stigma is surrounded by pollen grains, and the okra crop is often cross pollinated crop, right? So which is having persistent calyx, right? Here we are seeing, and below which that is pedicel. Okay, and the anther day is 15 to 20 minutes after flower opens. The outcrossing percentage of okra is 69%. Next, coming to harvesting and yield. Usually fiber development in okra will takes place from 5th or 6th day onwards. The fruit attain marketable maturity in about 45 to 60 days after sowing, and the 6 to 8 centimeters long fruits of okra will be suitable for export. Next, here we will see the white color spines present on the okra fruit. It is advisable to harvest the fruits of okra in morning hours, since fruit hairs will be soft in morning hours when compared to evening hours. Next, coming to yield, we can get 6 to 8 tons per hectare in summer season crop and 10 to 12 tons per hectare in Kharif season crop. This is the stage at which we have to go for harvesting of okra. So we can see by snapping the okra fruit, we can observe the accumulation of fibers in the fruit. The okra fruit is having persistent calyx, right? So we can see here above the fruit, we can observe the persistent calyx, right? And the botanically fruit of okra is called capsule. right? So this is what capsule is. Okay. Now here we can observe the plants affected by the yellow vein mosaic virus, right? The vein clearing is the major symptom of yellow vein mosaic virus. Yellow vein mosaic virus is the most devastating disease of okra, and yellow vein mosaic virus is transmitted by the whiteflies, right? So for the control of yellow vein mosaic virus, we have to first control the whiteflies by spraying some systemic insecticides. Okay, and we have to remove the affected plants immediately after observing in the field. Yeah, this is all about lady's finger. If you like my video, do like, do share, and do subscribe to Mad Hearty, and hit the bell icon to get latest videos regarding farming. In the next video, I'll meet you with one more important topic. Until then, take care. Bye bye.